I don't know if you guys had a chance to see this. Kyrie Irving has been traded.
Oh.
Can you believe it? Like, can you believe it? Kyrie wasn't happy. Can you believe that? Like, what a stunner. A guy who walks around with a smile on his face at all times, and apparently he just wasn't happy in Brooklyn. So now he's a member of the Dallas Mavericks, and Luka has got a little bit of help there in Dallas with Kyrie Irving coming to town. So how about that?
How about that?
Those are two prolific scorers. Like, I don't know. I think two of the best to watch in the game, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100. The problem is it's going to be a disaster. Because everywhere Kyrie Irving goes is a disaster. So, yes, it's going to be a disaster.
I don't know, man. This could be one of those environments that's conducive. First of all, you got to believe that the act is running thin. You know, that
what,
right
the
now.
Flat act or which one?
I mean, all of it, all of the act of the flat. You know,
imagine LaVar when he digs in on the JFK conspiracies. I mean,
great point.
Interviews that are going to come from that.
Great point.
Well, I just think that Dallas is one of those markets where, one, it's a big market, it's a nice market, but then you have the culture which Mark Cuban has been a part of building, Jason Kidd being there as a leader. I just think that this could be the best situation for Kyrie Irving. And to be honest with you, like, Luka is not like, you know, the personalities that Kyrie has played with. Like, he's laid back. He's not overly, you know, kind of like out there with the whole superstar tag or anything like that. So you're not dealing with what you could possibly be dealing with LeBron when you were with LeBron, or with, you know, with who he was with KD now or whatever. I just think that the personality traits set up for Kyrie to just be able to relax and not be more of like a media circus of political views or, you know, personal views. I think it just turns into, you know, you're playing basketball. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I just think that Brooklyn is one of those places where, you know, you might have that type of approach, but when you're in Cleveland, it's the LeBron James approach. Everybody, all eyes are on you because of LeBron James. I mean, you know, Boston, I don't know. I don't recall him even being really an issue in Boston. He just didn't want to be there anymore, right? Is that how that played out?
He said to the crowd, they did some preseason get-together. He said, no, he said, you know, I plan on staying here long term. And then it was the All-Star break, and he's already talking to Kevin Durant about wanting to go to Brooklyn, and they got caught.
But nothing crazy
camera.
Really played out while he was in Boston. Though.
No, but he was just a pain in the ass. He's always a pain in the ass. Like,
I think it's always really a pain in the ass when he's with a high-profile player, though.
And by the way, so one of the reports out there is that he wanted a contract from Brooklyn, and they wanted to tie it into, if we win a championship, then, you know, that'll be where the contract comes from, because it's been difficult dealing with the guy the entire time there. Mm-hmm. And then you look at it and you go, okay, so now there's talks that Kevin Durant might get traded from Brooklyn. Everyone's like, well, it's time to hit reset.
Well, if you recall, Kevin Durant was trying to force a trade in the offseason.
They're 4.5 games out of the 1 seed in the East. Like, it's not like they're the worst team in the league, and Kyrie couldn't handle it and had to bail, because that's what he does. It's everywhere he goes. He won a championship in Cleveland, had to get the hell out of town.
But isn't that how most athletes are in the NBA these days? Every athlete in the NBA kind of wants to bail, don't they? Who wants to stay? Dame Lillard might be the only one that I've ever heard of wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, they vacated Utah. You see trades you see guys leave, trades take place all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
I mean how many teams has CP3 been on? Like,
how are we going to
2?
remember the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden era with the Brooklyn Nets?
Won about 11 games. Yeah, won about 11 games.
It will probably you know, it's crazy. We will get maybe a year or two removed from this year, and that will actually be a trivia question. What team did James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving play on?
They played,
and I guarantee you, most people will miss it.
a little overhyped, like just a little overhyped
kinda.
as far as the expectations
Yeah,
of what they were going to do?
I think like that's a real number. Like in total, they played the three of them 11 games together. Like just you talk about a disaster.
I thought they played a little more than that.
No, I think it was like actual 11 games on the court together they played.
And then the extra credit question would have been, well, who was the head coach?
Well, he gone.
And if they would have said Steve Nash, you'd be like, what?
He gone.
The guy that played, like Steve Nash,
Yeah.
like Steve Nash?
Yeah, the guy that does TikTok videos now, which I don't know if you guys have seen those. What a weirdo. Guy went from stud NBA player to doing the river dance on TikTok for people. It's weird, man. Does weird stuff.